So we have John on. John, thanks for coming on, dude.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
John had a lot of stuff go on in the last week, tying up almost like his like post high school like learning life, and about to like embark on his post college learning, like married. What all's gone on? Let us know. Like, give us kind of an update on the last month or so.
A lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes, a lot of stuff. So I just got married, which was awesome. That was last Saturday, and then just graduated medical school yesterday. We'll be doing surgical residency training starting next month at Mount Carmel.
Sweet.
So it's like a whole new...
Just a touch closer. Yeah, no, you're good.
Whole new phase of life starting, and then kind of like you said, closing this chapter of life. So I'm excited. It's just a lot of change all happening at once, and trying to just, live in the moment and absorb it.
So I have a question for you. When you start residency, how much details do they give you? Because I know a lot's like up in the air, but so what do you know going into it?
When I start residency, a lot. There's 6 spots or 4 spots for the surgical program each year. So they've been communicating with us a lot. So I know exactly where I'm starting, what services I'll be on, everything for the full year. The match process, is that kind of what you're talking about? Like,
well, just even like your schedule,
right?
Oh,
yeah. That I won't know yet. They'll give you surgeries that you are assigned to. And then when you get there first day, you're assigned to patients to take care of.
Okay.
Things can happen. You might stay late. Sometimes you might get out of there on time, but that is kind of not up to me. No.
Okay. So. And so are there typically 12-hour shifts that might go over?
Not really shift work. Interns have to be there at an expected time. And then basically the last scheduled surgery will start, I would say, no later than like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Okay. And if that surgery goes late, it goes late. But nothing scheduled is going to start into the late afternoon, because they're trying to get you out of there by 5, 6 p.m. And then we have every 5 days you have a 24-hour call. So I would stick around and spend the night there. Okay. And help take care of the patients overnight. So at 5 p.m., everybody's trying to get out of there, sign out their patients to me or whoever's on call that night. And then I would get to go home the next morning at 6 a.m. when people show up. So,
do you have a specialty, like a surgical specialty?
Yeah, so this is just general, this is general surgery.
Yep.
And then I could be happy doing general surgery.
Yep.
I probably will do trauma as a subspecialty, which is another.
That's why I was talking about the pit.
Yeah.
Plenty of that.
Yeah.
So that'll be like another 1 to 3 years of training after these 5 years. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you start working it all in the meantime? Like, can you start doing general surgery, or is it just still intensive, like residency with a specialization?
You mean like in this interim period, or
no,
while I'm training?
After you're done with the general surgery for the specialization?
Yeah, you can. So a lot of trauma surgeons will still operate during the day. They're also, a lot of trauma surgeons are specialized in critical care, so they're taking care of ICU patients during the day. Okay. And then when traumas come in, if they're on call, they'll go down to the trauma bay and check them out. So it's kind of hand in hand. If I'm a trauma surgeon, I'm certified to take care of ICU patients. So
I was just curious, because I'm just thinking that's a lot of time in school racking up debt with not income coming in on the other side.
Well, now he gets to get paid. So
yes. Yeah. I'm very excited for the first paycheck. I've been paying to go to school for a long time.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So I'm excited. Yeah, but no, your gym has been a safe haven for me, for sure. All through school, if I need 30, 40 minutes, I know I can come here and get a good sweat easily and get back out. So it's all about being efficient with time, and you guys preach that model here. Yep. So it kind of went hand in hand. So,
very cool.
Yeah.
How, tell us a little bit about the wedding. So that just happened too, right?
Wedding was awesome. Yep. Yes. Yeah, so it was last Saturday at the, do you guys know the Smith & Hardware building? It's called North 4th Corridor.
That's where we got married.
Oh, there, yeah. Beautiful site.
Yeah.
Beautiful site.
What area did you get?
We did the ceremony downstairs and then the party upstairs, the reception upstairs.
Yep.
Okay, that's exactly what we did. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Same spot. Yes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yep. We're familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of out-of-towners come, or?
We did. We had a lot of people from the gym.
Yeah.
A lot of CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yes. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people from, my family's all in New Jersey, New York.
Okay.
And so they had never been to Columbus, and they're like, "This isn't so bad." We
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. And you're kind of there's stuff around,
Oh,
you know. Yeah,
They were at the Hyatt, so they walked to High Street and got lunch.
Yeah.
And
Like a real city here.
real people. And I'm like, they love the airport. They're like, this doesn't make sense. Like how quick it is.
Oh, it's nice.
It's the best.
It is.
So it was great. Yeah, and I mean, like I was telling Brandon, like so much happens on your wedding day, right? That like you're trying to just absorb it all.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to. It felt like a blur. It just went like that.
Yeah.
But I had a great time. We never left the dance floor. It was best day of my life. For
That
sure.
place is it has a good energy to it. I don't know, like our wedding was like that too, where it was fun.
Oh,
it was just
yeah.
a fun one, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to be. I've been to a lot of weddings, and it seemed like it was fun. The space, the way it's set up, like
It's good.
It keeps you in there with everybody. It's not too.
If you weren't
giant.
into like dancing, you could just kind of go upstairs
Yeah.
when
Right.
to be quieter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a weird like the L shape of the bar. You know what I'm talking up there? Like,
Yep.
they told us to put all our young guests kind of way in the back because they're not going to be there anyway. And I was like hesitant because you want your friends and your buddies up close, but they were right. Like they never sat down, so that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, my wife had a great time, and we're just so happy. So it's a
That's
really good time
awesome.
in life right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
So you had a couple weeks off, and you guys are going to Costa Rica.
We're going to Costa Rica Sunday.
Okay.
We would have done it immediately, but I had to graduate school, and then we're heading out for 10 days. Can't wait. So excited.
What do you have planned there?
We're doing. We love to work out. We love to be active, but we're vacation people where we just flop on the beach and that's all we want to do. But we have a boat and snorkeling tour. We're going to this beautiful hike. I forget the name of it. But it's like the famous hike to do in Costa Rica around Playa Hermosa. And then some mud baths and hot springs as well.
Cool.
Yeah, and then we're excited because we're like 5 minutes from these local towns that have shops, breweries, whatever.
Yeah.
So
what areas are you going to? Like what little
So
villages or towns are you going to?
I want to say it's Coco del Playa and Playa Hermosa are like the two small towns. So it's on like the west side, I
Yeah,
want to say. of
Pacific
Costa Rica.
side,
Yeah, Pacific side.
Yeah.
So I've never been. My wife has once, like a long time ago. But we're excited. We haven't taken a trip in a long, long time. So this will be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty nice. We went there a few years ago. It's beautiful. I mean, there's a lot of people from all around the world there, and like most of the population there, like they speak some English,
Okay, yeah.
because tourism is such a big part of the country that they like like we learn, second languages in schools, things like that. Most of those places they learn English pretty well, and like if you make an attempt at your place to say, to do some Spanish phrases, I think they appreciate it. It goes a long way. But it's a pretty nice place. We went to, it almost has like, because there's two different parts of the country, like it almost has like there's separate climates. Like
Really?
the Pacific side, like at least the time of year we went, it's very dry, almost feels like Southern California.
Okay.
And then like the Gulf side is almost more of like a rainforest.
Got it.
So we stayed in Arenal, which is like an area where there's like a big volcano there. So we stayed there for a few days, and then we traveled by, like a van across the country to the Pacific side, and we stayed at Terramundo.
Got it. Okay.
There's a lot of surfing on that side.
Yeah.
too. It's
We're going to do a
nice.
surf lesson too. That was the
Yeah,
other thing. I'm
yeah.
excited.
It's a very popular destination for surfing too.
Yeah, I can't wait. And it's supposed to be like you said, like 95 and sunny every day. So
That's a bucket list place.
Yeah,
for me.
it's-
I'd love to go.
Yeah, we ended up like from the airport we got like a as far like we bought kind of a package thing, and we could rent a car, but we just didn't want to deal with that, like driving around another country. And it's one of those places where it's like the roads are so tight and winding and up and down. I was like, let's just, after a day of traveling, let someone else do it.
yeah.
Oh, I'm all about that too.
But it was
yeah.
super fun. We stopped at a couple places on the way to our resort where the guy knew that there was some good food to get. And so it was like kind of getting towards that late afternoon, early evening time. The sun was coming down. We're just kind of a long day of traveling, just driving through the country, through the hills. It was just like, it was really nice to take in the country. It's gorgeous there.
What's the food I got to try? Because we're kind of thinking about where we need to go or what we need to eat there.
Like I said, the places you go, there's so many people I think that like that as a destination that they'll come from Spain or Europe and they're like, well, I'm going to move here. So, we were in Terramundo, there was like an Italian restaurant. There was a guy, him and his family were from Israel, and they opened up like a a bakery and like a bread. It was like a daytime cafe. They bake bread there. So there's just a lot of different cultures and cuisines there, I think, because it's just such a nice place to live. So you could probably find whatever cuisine you like. You know, you can find it there. But I think I love plantains. So like every breakfast, like at the hotels, I'm like tons of plantains,
Loading
like
up.
you know, your beans and rice. It's very much like very Hispanic and Latino type of culture food. But
The coffee, I'm sure, is
yeah,
gonna be
the
amazing.
coffee's really good.
Can't
You know,
wait.
fresh mangoes and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Papaya.
Yeah, I
Like a
cannot
lot of
wait.
good fruits and like avocados that you can get here, but they're really fresh and good there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I cannot
Are you
wait.
guys gonna go ziplining at all? That's
That
some
was
pretty
an
good ziplining.
option.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
we
It's
should.
the only time I've gone like. Well, I mean,
Have
we
you
went.
been there?
Yes,
Okay.
one time.
We
It was a
ziplined
long
there,
time
too.
ago.
It
I've
was
heard
fun.
it's like the best place to
15
do
years
it
ago.
in the
It's
world. Yeah.
so fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
it's like
cool.
known for that.
It's
yeah.
scary.
Yeah, you'll like
you're
drive up
pretty
a
high
mountain.
up.
Yeah, you'll drive a mountain, so and they basically you're ziplining down the mountain, but you'll go with a group, and you just basically they'll have like a platform to platform, and there's they're long.
They're long.
Like
I
some
kept
are like
asking,
300
no
feet
one
long.
gets hurt here, right? And there's little kids that do it. But then afterwards, somehow I was looking up all these like YouTube videos of all the people that did get hurt, like that did the thing they shouldn't have done, like kind of take their legs up high or
Yeah,
if
yeah.
mess with your just stay in one
Just
position.
listen, yes.
Just listen to
Do
them.
what you're
Stay in one
supposed to do. It's
position.
very safe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Really?
if like the cable, my worst fear is like the cable's gonna snap in the middle.
Yeah.
It's not going to, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll like kind of go from platform to platform, and some are short. But yeah, you'll pick up speed. But yeah, they would have the guys on there. You know, they'd have the lead guy go. We'd all follow, and then the second guy would come in the back. But it was fun. I really liked that.
Okay, I think we'll
Yeah,
have
but you'd be on this platform like at a telephone pole, and everyone's gathered around here, and you're like 100 feet off the ground. You're like, all
Wait,
right,
we're going there.
yeah. It was
I
some of
can't
them were
wait.
really, really cool.
Oh, sure.
Where you're like in the trees, and others you were like over a wide open area through a field, and you're like 100 feet in the air, just zip lining for like like a minute of a ride, and you're just like,
Just alone too.
yeah, you
You're
got
like,
used to it, but at first you're like, oh my god, I've never done this before. But after a few, you're like, I could
Yeah.
do this.
Bring
all
a
day.
GoPro for that.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
do this all
exactly.
day. Yeah,
Sounds
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I
cool.
cannot wait. Like we purposely left 3 days open because stuff like that. When we show up and someone's like, "You gotta go here" or something,
Yeah.
like we're like,
Yeah,
we didn't want to be.
That's a great idea.
tied. Yeah.
Yeah, just
So.
and I'm a big yogi. They have great yoga there if you guys like yoga too, but definitely like the surfing.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they're just a great fitness and wellness culture. And there's so many retreats in Costa Rica for the healthy food and it's so fresh and the costs aren't like insane where Tulum is awesome, but you get like a breakfast bowl and it's like $35.
Yeah, Costa Rica's super reasonable
Yeah,
prices. Right? Yeah,
where
it was
you-
not expensive
Yeah,
to eat there. Yeah, it was
yeah.
very reasonable.
We got a great deal on like the hotel because it's a brand new hotel, but so they're still trying to get people to kind of go. At least when we
Okay.
booked it, and then with credit card points, my wife is a whiz, so it was a really good deal.
cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
exciting.
the guides are super nice, and you could tell like I think they really love their country, like like maintaining its like the the wild nature of it. Like they really respect the land and the earth there and the animals, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you go to places where you'll see a bunch of sloths and things like that. They're just
Yeah.
like they really respect the nature there. They don't want to like kind of overdevelop their country,
Sure.
which is good. Just kind of keep it natural and wild, but they really like take a lot of pride in that, which is cool.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. So, yeah.
I had a cousin who used to get into some trouble, and as a little kid, I remembered this. I was probably like Oscar's age. And he's like, I think I'm going to move to Costa Rica at some point because they don't have an extradition. I was like a little kid. And I
How
was
do you
like,
know that?
he was probably like 20, and I'm like, oh.
Well, that's funny because that's like that show you watch. They look up where they can almost get away with it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
where they can move to
The
find
countries
these
that don't have
obscure
extradition.
islands.
The
Yeah.
asylum, basically. Yeah.
So before all of this, you were in the gym. It didn't even seem like that long for this really focused period. Like every time I come in, maybe on like Sunday afternoons, I'll come in and just do a shakeout workout. Yeah. And I'd see you had the eye of the tiger, and I don't know. It was like 6 to 8 weeks, and then you went and did your first HYROX race, and you got a really good time. It was like 1:17.
Wow.
Yeah, he crushed it.
awesome.
He did really well.
It was fun.
I had no idea.
Tell us a little bit about that, like your training, because we have a group. We're going to take about 30 people
Yeah.
out to Boston
Yeah, I heard about it.
to do that. And I don't have any experience with that.
Yeah, just any tips and what the race was like. Did you travel for the race?
Yeah, we went to Houston.
Okay, cool.
My father-in-law, he trains at a CrossFit Future. He's big in the HYROX scene, so he kind of helped. He was the coach, and so
that's awesome.
It was good to have him. He kind of ran through how it's gonna be. I had like 2.5 to 3 months of serious training.
Okay.
Because the back half of your last year of medical school, so like January to now, you still have rotations, but things kind of mellow out a lot. So I'm like, I have a lot of time on my hands for the first time in a while. And so we're like, I'll do one. Because I knew how long it was going to take. Or I knew each day it takes a lot of volume, right?
Yep.
So the first thing I did was like, I'm not a runner, but everything I read, everything I see, if you're
running event,
you're screwed if you can't run.
Yeah.
Because everybody in this gym can do those movements handily. But people are going to get smoked if they can't recover on the run. So that's what I did. I just started running like 20 to 25 kilometers a week and then just upped it as we kept going. I was doing 2 zone 2 runs a week, an interval run, and then like a threshold run of just how long could I hold my heart rate at like 80 to 95% once a week. So that was like 30 to 35 minutes.
And then what was the distance for your other runs? You said 25 kilometers total, but
yeah. So like those I want to say like I started at 8K for like a long zone 2 run, and then it would get up to like 12 to 13 kilometers per run.
Okay.
And that was long, but it was necessary to kind of build that engine.
Okay.
So that's what I would tell everyone to do is if you're serious about getting a good time, running at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah, so you're not walking off the stations.
So it's very comfortable for you to go into something tired.
Yes.
Go into the run tired, go into the next event. Yeah, just get used to
running on tired legs.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you'll see it. It's carnage in the rock zone, right, they call it, which is like the area before you go back out on the run laps.
Okay.
It's just the transition periods.
Okay.
People are like drinking water, walking, like they can't, you know what I mean? And you're losing so much time in that what seems like 30 seconds becomes 2 minutes. You should never be walking if you've trained correctly.
Yep.
So that was a big takeaway, and I was glad I ran as much as I did. I trained my weaknesses a lot, so I knew burpees were going to be an issue, just because that was going to spike the heart rate no matter how good you are at burpees. So I hammered those in every workout I did, basically.
This is music to Brandon's ears. He loves burpees.
You love burpee box jumps, burpee to plate, all of that.
Fine.
Paid off.
All various types of
I'm
burpees.
indifferent to him.
Every time.
I wouldn't say I love him.
And then wall balls.
Fall down and get up, you know?
How was I heard a guy who I work out with at 8:30 a lot. He's done one, and he's going to do this next one. He said coming off the sled push was pretty rough.
That was the worst.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what he said.
Yeah.
Because it just wears out your legs.
Your legs are destroyed. And every carpet is, no matter how much
That's
you push
what
the
I've
sled
heard.
here,
Yeah.
it's a different
It
stimulus.
can be.
Yeah.
So
Then
this is-
on the turf that they do.
So I'm saying, like, at the race, I trained here. I trained on turf at, like, CrossFit Future, at other gyms.
But their turf is just, it's a different
It's
vibe.
different at every location, too, right?
Yes.
So that's what I've heard. Where
Even
it's just-
different lanes,
it's
I think, are different.
inconsistent.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see it if you're looking. You can see, like, the grain or, like, the turf is almost rippled on some lanes,
Yeah.
and others it is not.
Can you just kind of run up to one?
No, they line you up, so
Okay.
it just, you can't pick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It's not
like
like you
I
can
got a
have
crop
some
lane.
sort of like savvy, like I know the lane that's going to be good.
If you really, I guess you could if someone was behind you and you're like, I can see that this one's bad. I mean, you can't. You would have
That one's
Yeah.
cruising
Yeah.
through, you know?
But
What about the
Yeah.
pull? The push is more, you felt like the push
Push
was
was
a little more
harder.
difficult. Okay.
the pull, to me, like, there's a lot of rules about you got to stay in your box. So
Okay.
it's like you've seen the motion, but you kind of start at the front of your box, keep all the tension, and then walk it back. And then at the end, almost like a rower, then
Yeah.
you do your arm pull.
Okay.
But you can't step out of your box. That's a penalty. And you have to control your rope. So you have to keep, like, dumping it to the left or to the right of you
Okay.
without dumping it into another person's box. So, like, me, mentally, I was thinking about that too much. Or, like, I don't want to...
Just like the rhythm of how, okay, because you're stationary then at that point, just pulling it in.
It's mainly you're walking back and then just getting the rope out of
Correct.
your way.
It's-
You're not hand over hand pulling.
Right. It's actually more leg work than you realize.
It's like a quad.
Yes. You're kind of
Okay.
you're squatting down, again, all the tension on the rope, and then walking it back, and then like Brandon's saying, then a quick pull, dump the rope, and go back, and always keep the tension on the rope. So you can. There's plenty of videos that show like, okay, this person's clearly done this before.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
The wall balls were, you just try to survive at the end. I had a plan, and then when I got there, I blew up. I got a couple no reps, but
what was your plan initially, and then what did you kind of move to?
I was gonna do sets of 15, and then see what happened from there. See if I could hold that, like a 10-second shakeout, 5-second shakeout, then another set of 15. It worked for the first few sets, and then something I couldn't control, but the whole rig moves because there's so many wall balls hitting it at the same time. And I was on the very last wall ball spot. So even the slightest movement was throwing me off on the target. And then even if the ball barely misses it, the sensor doesn't get it, and it's a no rep.
Oh, so it has like an automatic, it's like you're hitting a button almost?
To be honest, I think it is. I know there's a judge also watching you, but you have to hit the sensor on the wall as
Interesting.
well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that, but that's what I was understanding. So,
Okay.
So the plan kind of fell apart, and then I was doing like sets of 10, and then towards like 75 to 100, it was like 5 to 6 and just hold on. So
Okay.
Matt said something very similar. He is in here. I know we did, we'll do workouts with, he'll rip off sets of 50 without much of an issue. Strong dude, 6'2", 200 pounds, really good CrossFitter, top 90% open type dude. He's like, yeah, he's telling me some, like 4 sets of 25.
Yeah.
And he said, it was 10s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, I got there and it was 10s.
Oh, your legs are
That's
fried.
that's what I would have thought, just kind of coming in.
Yeah, but I mean, just interesting from him. Like I train around him, and he's really strong,
it's so much
really
running.
good.
At what point is the wall balls? What
That's
station?
the last
It's
thing.
the last
And then
station.
you're done.
Okay.
But you're just so much of it is pacing. Like the sled push, it's what is it? It's 2 there and backs. I forget the distance. But essentially it's there, back on every course. That's a consistent part. And most people, again, credit to my father-in-law, but he said you're going to want to just push it 1 lap, stop, and that's your break, and push it back. He's like, take a break in the middle of each lane.
So you don't burn out.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
you can go harder, but the lactic, like just you'll feel that lactic acid like as soon as you feel it, stop
before you fail.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so that was really good.
Yeah,
and that helped. And then the ski and the row, I could have gone harder, but there's no need because you're gonna save 5 seconds to feel horrible when you get off,
and then you'll be able to run faster.
Your heart rate's through the roof.
Yeah,
so.
That I'll always tell people, like for a run, if you say you row a 1K in 4 minutes, or you do it in 350, a 350 row on that 1K run will cost. That 10 seconds will cost you 30 to 40 seconds on the run.
On the run, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, why?
Cruise it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And again, I think the row came right after the burpees, or it was very close in the race to the burpees.
Okay.
So a lot of people treat the row like a rest period, either getting ready for or right after the burpees.
Yeah, that burpee broad jumps jack your heart rate.
Yeah.
That was cool. I don't know if you've seen, there's like techniques now, like the step technique. Instead of just like
hopping up then hopping, you step up then hop.
Yep. Yeah. So I learned that was very helpful. That saves energy. The farmer's carries, you should go unbroken. The handles on these versus the ones we have in the gym are a lot easier to carry.
Yeah. We're doing the mixed doubles, and I think most of the people there's a few individuals going, but most people are doing like same-sex doubles.
We'll end up
mixed
taking some
doubles,
relays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and I was worried about the weight. I know the weight's heavier.
It's men's for the mixed doubles. Yeah.
Right? But I think it's just still like I'm doing 35s with the farmer's carries.
No, 53s.
I am.
Yeah, but it's only 200 meters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So if you carried 150 to 100 meters on that, like
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But then I have like a 14-pound wall ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. Never touch the 14-pound wall ball in training because we're all used to the regular 20-pounder or whatever. But that felt I thought it would feel so light when I got
but
there.
You're so tired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was a good training tool to just never even touch the actual race weight one. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a question for you about logistics because from the way I understand it, you don't get your actual schedule until 3 to 5 days out.
Yeah.
So because you were individual, did you go earlier in the day?
Yes, I was. Okay. I got a good time. I think it was 9 a.m. on the dot Saturday.
Man, I think we're gonna have to go in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's that. I'm not gonna lie, that sucked. Even like the 3 hours I was up.
Right. Because I loved it. I mean, I'm sure you just saw like a morning workout. Like, just get it done with. Yeah.
Are you guys? But you'll be there the day prior to your race.
Yes. Yes. Is that what you did? Did you fly in the day before?
Yes, but I didn't. And I went right to the venue, so I would get a spectator pass or whatever for each day. And I would just go watch it and like walk the course.
And kind of learn a little.
Yeah, just mentally go through the race. So that helped a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, the event starts on Thursday, and then we selected to go on Friday. So, I think then just it becomes like a fueling thing. So, I get nervous. I start drinking coffee and,
Yeah, that was...
sitting around all day sucks waiting for something.
Oh, my gosh.
One of the reasons why I don't like to do the pump and run, because you do the pump, and then it's like, okay, we've got 4 hours. I just start drinking coffee and eating too much, and I'm like, I don't feel like running.
Yeah. Trying to shove 1,500 calories in me
before 9 a.m.
You would have liked to have more time. Yes. Yeah, that's probably going to be better
that's
for you.
Also,
it's
hard to stay like sharp and motivated between events or like when you're like even CrossFit when there's such a big gap. You're like you have to like bring yourself down, then get yourself back up. It can sometimes be tough.
Here we go again. Yeah. So how did you feel for that?
For like the day of?
Yes.
Well, I had plenty of the elements, like all on the flight there. Just kept constantly doing that, just making sure I was hydrated. And then just a lot of bread. My wife makes a lot of homemade sourdough. So I had like a peanut butter and jelly sourdough sandwich at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I had a full breakfast at like 6 a.m. Because that's another logistical thing is if you have anybody racing in the morning, you gotta check when they can offer breakfast at the hotel. Otherwise, we had to find I had a backup plan at a restaurant, but I had oats, eggs, nothing crazy, and fruit, just like stuff I knew I would eat at home and that I could easily digest.
No, that's a really good
nothing
point.
Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Did you fuel during the race at all?
No, I had gummy worms 5 minutes before I went, just like top it off with glycogen, or excuse me, fast digesting sugar, and then I was good. I see a lot of people do goos and stuff like that. But
it's about a half marathon, a little faster than a half marathon time. And
I read something. I read like how some people, it's like 30 and then maybe 30 and 45 minutes in, hit a goo real quick, and they say it does seem to help.
You shouldn't have to for a 90-minute event.
I've done for it,
a dozen half.
And I feel like the hour is the point where if you've been working for an hour, you need to like take in some supplemental goos or something quick, or maybe little homemade sourdough peanut butter jelly sandwich in your pocket.
A pocket sandwich.
Someone walks by, just grab it.
You got a pocket sandwich. He's
like
made sourdough.
We all smashed down by that time.
He's not doing the sled push. Got peanut butter on his fingers.
I know someone's making my wall ball after me.
Unzips a little piece of pizza.
I would. But yeah, I feel like if that it's like you're constantly moving, so you're not really walking. So you're doing a bit of the CrossFit movements, which are really like really like as far as needing like those fast acting carbs, like these are powerful explosive movements. Right. Lighter weight, but you're moving.
That's
steadily
true. It'll be different.
It's not
like
just jog. Like you could probably jog for an hour, and I don't need a goo, but I'm like throwing shit, pushing stuff, pulling stuff, going for a run, and I'm like trying to strategize. I probably would take some.
We did that battle frog thing that I feel like it's good. That was about 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was pretty obstacle dense too.
Yeah.
I don't know, 10, 12 obstacles in 5 miles of running. It's almost exactly the same sort of.
Yeah. Did you
I'm
feel
good
like
at putting. I'm good at putting a lot
I
of
just
my
got.
body
I was.
before,
I was tired.
Yeah.
I was tired, but
I kind of took the approach. I was like, it was actually fun because it kind of mixed into what I had been studying. I was like, okay, well, how long can the body actually go with like glycogen stores? Yeah. When am I going to deplete? how do I actually fuel for this training? Because I've never eaten that much in my life. It was fun. You just get to eat bread all the time. But so I was like, so I would do that, and then I did 2 race simulations prior to the actual thing, and then I was kind of testing out my nutrition for the day prior to see.
Yeah, that's smart.
Right, like, okay.
So your body goes through it a couple times. Yeah.
And like, okay, this is how I felt after this race sim.
Yeah.
So yes, about the day of, but more about the 48 hours prior of how much is too much before I'm feeling heavy versus,
Right.
oh, I actually feel like I could run through a wall with this amount of carbohydrates in me. So
Yeah.
that's what I would recommend too. It's like, this is not a race to lean out for. Like, you're gonna be.
You need to have some reserves. Yeah.
But I want to look good on the pictures and
I know.
stuff.
Though we
can't
just just won't. We'll just decline the picture package then.
It was fun. I'm really happy I got to do it. I don't think I'll have time to do it again in a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, this is
really
great
good
insight to hear. Like, anything that's just big that jumps out at you is like, hey, if you're doing this, like, I know running is generally like that's the one thing you did tell me that's good advice, because I think anyone who does CrossFit, it's like, well, 1,000 meters isn't that far. I'll just jog that and then hit the stations hard, and it's like, man, you're
kind of the opposite with this thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Most of your time is spent on your feet running.
Yeah.
So would you do CrossFit classes and then go for a run afterwards to just kind of get your body used to that volume?
Yeah, sometimes I did that.
Okay.
I did, so it was 4 runs a week, 4 HYROX sessions a week, which is like 60 to 90 minutes endurance of skiing, running, rowing intervals, or like just a couple stations. And then 2 days a week I would do Metcons, like before, after the runs. So just getting used to running on tired legs.
Okay.
Or just running tired in general.
Yeah. And we have our Rev classes are now becoming like transitioning to the HYROX classes. So we were going to look at that too. And
Sunday, we really have the stations.
Sunday I did one. It was awesome.
Good,
I had a great time.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus on, like, because we open up the whole gym for it. Like, here's where we can really get the station-specific work on it. Like, you can work on the pulls and the pushes and all that stuff.
Okay, I have another question for you. So week of the race, or how long before the race did you start to decrease your total volume? Yeah.
I probably started, I want to say 10 days out. And I dramatically dropped it because I was definitely burnt out. I think I went too hard for too long.
Yeah.
And so I had my running foundation. So any zone 2 run I cut in half, basically.
Okay.
I basically was like, I'm not going to lose my fitness in like 10 days.
Right.
So I basically did everything the same with just half to 3/4 the amount of volume.
Okay.
My lifts I cut in half because I was lifting a couple times, nothing crazy.
Okay.
And then running less volume, but still running the same amount of times.
Okay.
And then like 3 to 4 days out was very minimal, like maybe 30 minutes of exercise, and then I think like my last workout was 2 days prior, so I don't think I worked out. I think I worked out the day before we traveled. So.
Okay. And how about your father-in-law? Just because how old are you?
So I'm 28.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking like my body going through this. I don't know if I can handle 4 days of running. How many days of running did he do?
He does 4.
Does he? Okay.
He's going to the World Championships. He qualified,
wow.
so he's in all in.
Wow.
But I think like 2 to 3. I think it's just being consistent for a long period of time and then running on tired legs is what I would prioritize too. So
I feel like that's a pretty good strength of yours.
Yeah.
In CrossFit,
learn to run tired over the years.
If we're like, I just know we'll do workouts where on a straight run, like even like we're in good shape, and like on a 5K, I could probably beat you on it. We get into a workout where we're doing wall ball and running, and you just smoke me.
Yeah.
Like, because you can maintain your speed, your legs just don't fatigue the same way. So
it's like the 30 seconds after every station, all you're gonna want to do is just walk. You know what I mean? Your legs are gonna feel fried, and you feel like you're not even moving, but then you're gonna see carnage left and right of you of people walking and like. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know, and keep in mind too to just take breaks, because that it's like failing for me on dips. Like if I fail on a dip, I can't get back on there for like 2.5 minutes. So just do not fail. Right. Do not push to that point. Just kind of keep like that internal governor. But this is this is really motivating and just good information to know. Like probably, I think it'd be helpful for us to send out an email. Like I would start 3 months out, starting to increase your overall running volume and frequency per week, and just getting comfortable with running.
And it didn't feel dramatic when you do it like that.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Amanda too about like as that race starts to approach, like, have the programming adjust for the rev class, and then like she puts extra stuff on there for like, hey, people targeting the race, like 25-minute runs post-workout and things like that a couple times a week. No, this is great. And
very helpful.
We'll drop this into the newsletter. So like people can listen to this and start to like wrap their head around. We've got plenty of time to get ready in October.
Yeah. But you guys are doing it right. There's plenty of, like you said, plenty of time to figure out the best way to approach it.
Well, it's such a popular event. So we got a code to sign up early. And I just had this feeling to be on it. Like we live in, this area, Upper Arlington. So this is the same way with kids' activities. You have to count down the seconds till it opens. And I was like watching it on my phone. I was like 3, 2, 1, then hit it. If you waited 30 seconds, like I had someone that waited 30 seconds and they were positioned like 2,500 something. Yeah. And then some of our younger coaches waited 15 minutes, they're closed out. So now it opens up to the public. So did you sign up for when it opened up to the public, or did you guys have an early access?
I use the CrossFit Future affiliate.
Their early access. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, my wife did it. She was
yes.
like on it.
I
think I was
watching it
at the hospital or whatever. And she was like, "You don't understand. You got to be on this." I'm like,
no,
okay,
I know. That's why I didn't trust Brandon to do it. No offense, but guys are usually not that anal. They'll be like, it's fine. Well, it didn't work out.
Crazy. But it's
so always
hard.
next year.
She's not wrong.
Well, it didn't happen. It wasn't available.
Yeah, right.
This podcast is kind of like a send-off, too. He just wrapped up his last shift here. He's going to move over to the Gahanna area over by Mount Carmel. So,
okay. Are you joining a gym out there?
I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know what life looks like in terms of outside the hospital right now.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, let me do a couple weeks.
Do what you can when you can.
See what life looks like before I dive into another gym membership. But I mean, I'll always stay running and, body weight stuff, whatever. But definitely, I think I'll join probably CrossFit Future at some point. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's a lot of change, but it's a lot of good stuff. So growing up,
absolutely,
awesome, man.
It's awesome.
Hey, we've loved having you here, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, thanks for. I'm so glad I found this gym. You guys introduced me to CrossFit, and I'll never stop doing CrossFit.